Welcome to my channel. Here are 5 scary stories about a house that changed its layout. Number 5. Unusual architecture. A man was exploring an old abandoned house when he noticed that the second floor did not line up with the first. The walls were angled and slanted at the top, but they were completely straight on the first floor. A man was renovating an old house when he found a message written into the wall. The message simply said, "Help me." He thought it was pretty strange, but he continued with his renovation project. A few weeks later, he was working in the basement, and he found another message on the wall. Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to follow for more. Thanks for watching. This one said, "Don't trust anyone." He decided to finish the job and move into the house despite the strange messages. One night he was awoken to what sounded like screams in the middle of the night. When he went to investigate, he found a secret passageway behind his closet. It led to an underground tunnel. He called the police, and they found a skeleton at the end of the tunnel. It was clear that whoever wrote the messages had not been murdered, but had died sometime after the messages were carved into the wall. It was like the entire second story had been added on at an angle to the first floor. She was excited to have a project to fix up, but she soon realized that the house was trying to kill her. Every time she made an improvement to the house, something bad happened. For example, she slipped and fell down a flight of stairs. She cut her hand while doing some electrical work and almost burned the house down. She even found scratches on her arm that looked like a message. After a while, she realized that the house was just jealous of all the attention she was getting. So the house was trying to get rid of her. He checked out the other rooms and it seemed like the whole house was built this way. He tried to get out, but the walls kept shifting around. He ended up trapped in a corner. He started to panic, but then he realized that the only way out was through the wall. He pushed against the wall and it gave way, revealing a secret passageway behind him. The passageway led to a staircase and the staircase led to a door. He opened the door and ran away as fast as he could. He never looked back, but he could have sworn he heard his house sigh behind him. It wasn't just that one room. Everything was slanted, including the windows and doors. It looked like the house was a maze, and he couldn't tell where anything was or what was around him. He started to feel like he was being watched, so he turned around and ran. As he was running, he could have sworn he heard footsteps behind him. When he finally got outside, he looked back at the house and noticed that it looked normal from the outside. There was nothing unusual about it at all. No, for daily changes. A woman was home alone for the weekend when she started to notice that things were changing in her house. At first it was little things like curtains being pulled and closed during the day and doors opening and closing on their own. But then bigger things started to happen. Furniture was overturned and her pictures were taken off the wall. By the time Sunday rolled around, her entire living room had been redone. Everything was in the same place, but it was all shifted slightly. For example, the couch was moved over a foot to the left and the TV was moved to the opposite wall. And then her front door appeared to have shifted about 6 inches to the right. She called a friend and told him to come over and stay with her because she was scared to be alone in the house. That night, they heard scratching sounds in the walls, and they found a small hole in the drywall. It looked like a small animal had been trying to get into the wall. They called an exterminator, but he couldn't find any evidence of any animals. And since then, the changes have stopped. No, 3s, hidden messages. Number 2, house becomes hostile. A woman bought an old Victorian house with her son. Number 1, no escape. A man was trapped in a house with his wife and children when the walls started moving. Which story was your favorite?